Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm competing in a chess ultimate tournament, my first ever. Let's dive in. All right, we'll go to the play tab, and if you go to the bottom, you can see the weekly tournament starts in 1 minute. Now I am already signed up, and there are a very decent number of players here already. We start in 58 seconds. This is very exciting. Also, look at this. We have I want checkmate number 27, which means for a fact there are at least 26 others besides myself, which is absolutely hilarious. Shout out to the at least 26 other I want checkmates in the game. All right, we are starting in 30 seconds, and my understanding is that these tournaments are played in the same way that ranked games are played. There are also special prizes, in-game prizes that is, for winners of the tournament, so hopefully if I do manage to win, maybe I can walk away with one of those golden prizes. 10 seconds before we start the first game. I'm a little bit anxious. I don't know why. I expect it to be the exact same style as ranked, but the fact that I know I'm going to be ranked against other players at the end, I don't know, adds an extra little spice to it, but I feel ready. So our first opponent is the Silent Destroyer 172, who is also unranked, as am I. They get to ban a player first. I'm gonna go with the exact same strategy that I used in my previous video when I played ranked for the first time, of banning the long range pieces, like the queens and the rooks primarily, I suppose the bishops as well. Playing against those pieces can be especially frustrating because it can very quickly change who is doing better in a position, whereas most of the other pieces are a little bit more slow moving and basically more forgiving. So the opponent has 23 seconds to ban a character. There's also a small chance that they are not here. Okay, 5 seconds for them to show up, but I don't think that they're here. Okay, and in possibly the cheapest victory ever, I guess we win game number 1, or more accurately, round number 1, via forfeit. But okay, thus far you can see a lot of games are ending. These red names I assume are the ones that are out, and the blue names are the ones that continue. And we do already move on to the next round, or at least I get put into my next round. So we are technically 1 for 1, but not really. Okay, here we go. A gold 2 opponent, but we get to ban a character first. Also, I love their little disco setup, but the first piece that I'm going to ban is the queen. I'm just going to stick with the same old strategy. They do send us a message. Hey, it's the real deal. Sick. Good luck, have fun. This will be fun. Good luck, have fun to you too. All right, we are definitely in for a match. Who did the opponent ban? The opponent banned the sniper. Okay, fair play. Now we get to place more than 15, but less than 40 points. I'm gonna place my king, not directly in the middle, but I don't want him in the corners. So I'll place him off to the side a little bit. Now, who do I want to play with? I really like the sort of defensive, sort of berserker and parasite combo, and that already puts us at 30 points. And I have my reservations about playing checkers pieces because they can be forced to move out of the way with a sacrifice. I just don't think there are many moments where a sacrifice is warranted. So maybe I will put the king in the well, I don't know. I'm sort of all over the place. Besides banning long range characters, I'm having a really hard time deciding exactly what I want to make of this. Let's just do this for now. I don't know. No, let's put a rook down. Let's do a rook. Okay, that is my final pick. How do I make it so that is my final pick? Oh, less than 40 points. I cannot afford a rook. Okay, I guess that is our starting position. A berserker and a parasite. Not my ideal sort of setup, but I couldn't really afford more without going over the limit. I'm very, very curious to see what the opponent will come up with. And shout out to our 2 spectators as well. Okay, the opponent very quickly places a little turret and 2 knights with the king actually in the middle of the board. Now it's somewhat difficult to target because we don't have snipers that can just sort of pick off these pieces from a distance, but we still have rooks, we still have ghosts, there are bombs, there are ninjas on the board. So there are still a lot of very feasible attacking options here. I really want to place a ninja, but right now it's time to ban a character. So the question is, who do I want to ban? Who do I think the opponent is going to try to utilize? I'd imagine the rooks. I'm going to ban the rooks. I'm going to stick to my strategy. When it fails, I will try to understand why it failed and then work from there, but for the time being, I'm going to stick to it. Okay, now we want to use more than 15 and less than 50 points, and the opponent banned the bomb. Interesting. So they are also banning offensive pieces. We've banned the queen and the rook, and they've banned the bomb and the sniper. So they're coming at it from a slightly different angle, but not completely different. So I'd imagine if we want any attacking chances, ghosts and ninjas will be some part of that equation. So I will place a ninja, and I think I'd also like to place a ghost. That puts us at exactly 40 points. I could invest in bishops, but it would take them a moment at least to target the king. They can't directly look at the king. I just don't know if there's anybody that's more aggressive that I can also place. I mean, I could also just do 2 ninjas. I don't know if that's totally insane, but it's exactly 50 points. I'm kind of happy with that. Okay, that's super aggressive, but let's go 2 ninjas. Okay, cool. We did in fact get both of our ninjas on the board. The opponent now has 2 minutes to decide what their counterplay is going to be. I would not be surprised. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if their counterplay was also a ninja, at least 1 ninja somewhere on the board, and maybe, I don't know, ghosts, devils, something like that implemented as well. I've also noticed that the opponent has only used 16 points, which is actually kind of impressive because it does give them a lot of flexibility, but with so many pieces already banned, their choices are a little bit limited as well. Okay, so they place a mage and 2 turtles, or not turtles, what are these, princes? And now I get to ban a character. You'd imagine I should just ban the ninja so they can't use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and ban the ninja. So I have 2 and they have none of them. And their setup is looking pretty much like just a defensive one. Now, the prince is interesting because it can move twice, as long as one of those moves isn't a capture. Or more accurately, as long as the first of those moves isn't a capture. Okay, and who's the opponent banned? They've banned the bishop. Yeah, they're doing pretty much what we've done, which is banning the offensive pieces. But I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna be able to break through this setup kind of handily. They only have 60 points left to work with. The question is, how do I want to go about this? Maybe I just place another berserker. I don't know, I'm having fun with the berserkers. The problem is I only have 5 points left to work with, which is not a huge issue, but doesn't give me a lot of options. I can really only do these pieces. I mean, I guess I could put a turtle down, maybe a checkers piece. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how my opponent is going to attack me because right now they really don't have any attacking pieces. I mean, the princes, you could make the argument, could be attacking pieces, but even they are a little bit slow. I guess that wouldn't really change how I go about defending myself, but I'm gonna go with a couple of checkers pieces, I think. I'm just gonna drop a couple of checkers pieces, play a little bit turtle shell. I think that's totally justified. We have 1 point left to work with. Might as well put a decorative checkers piece down back here and move on with those. So we've used up all 100 of our points. This is our final setup. Now we just have to see what the opponent is going to make of their last 40 points. They have plenty of points to work with. They've been very reserved really about utilizing them, spending those points. But we've also banned a lot of these aggressive pieces, so I'm not exactly sure how they're going to approach this. Whoa. Okay, I have a minute to make my first move. They've gone with a couple of squid. They've placed an angel and a penguin, which serves to actually be quite a threat to our aggressive pieces because they could easily freeze actually all of them if I'm not careful. So it's going to limit my ability to be aggressive. I'm gonna start by moving out this way. I'm not in any danger. The problem is I don't think I want to capture this squid because of the prince right behind it, right? If you change this angle, you can see the prince was hiding back there but came out to play. So if I do capture the squid, the prince can always come and take twice. Wow, this is very interesting. I'm not exactly sure how I go about this. Maybe I just take the penguin? I mean, if I take the penguin, it's definitely a sacrifice because this piece would take back. The knight also defends it. The prince also defends it. Wow, this is very solid. Holy cow. What do I do about this? And the squid threatens to advance as well because if I ever take the squid, the prince moves twice to recapture the ninja. Oh, I have 10 seconds. Okay, we're gonna move out this way, really for no particular reason. Maybe I need to come out with the parasite? Wow, how do I counteract this? Well, there goes the prince. Again, a very good defensive piece. I hadn't even thought about that. The only thing that I know for certain is I'm not gonna get very far if I try to play defense the entire time. So let's go out with the berserker. We're not gonna play super aggressive, but I'm also not just gonna fly back and try to hold on to all of my pieces. Okay, the squid advances. Obviously, if I take it, the prince can always take back, and that is not favorable. So you'd imagine I should probably shuffle the ninja over, and then I can target the prince myself. I think the only way I catch this opponent is I sort of trick them into hanging a piece somehow. Because unfortunately, from a defensive standpoint, this is extremely concrete. Like, I may be missing something incredibly obvious, but this looks very solid. So I think keeping these ninjas on their toes, maneuvering them around the board very quickly, maybe time can become a part of this game at some point, will be very important. So right now, there's a very obvious attack against this prince. Ooh, the squid advances, targeting the other ninja. So they're willing to let me take if the squid can take my ninja. Is that worthwhile? It almost seems like it because I can move over here, but the squid can always move back. So I should probably save this ninja too. Let's move it over here, targeting this prince and this prince as well. Okay, that prince goes back. Now, if I take this one, it's trapped by the penguin. Let's bring out the parasite. If I can take control of one of these squids, I think I have a pretty good way of stomping through the opponent's position, basically with their own squid. Not to mention, I wonder if a squid moves like this, can a checker's piece capture? I don't think it can. Anyways, the squid moves over and the ninja is under fire again, but we have to be careful because of that sneaky prince. And I think this has been their strategy, is put the squids up front. If you ever take it, you get captured by a prince. So I'm just gonna move out of the way again. If either of these squids ever advance, I will either grab it with a berserker or with one of my parasites. We now have 5 viewers on the game. The pressure slowly mounts. I'm glad we can be one of the ones that are spectated. I'm glad I finally started rotating the cam because now I can see these sneaky princes hiding back there, waiting for me to grab one of these 2 squids to recapture. Okay, the prince comes out. Now it's threatening the ninja. I'll move back again. Again, I'm not really in a huge rush here. Let's move back here, targeting the prince once more. Of course, the penguin can always shuffle over and freeze me, but I don't really have the luxury of playing super aggressively. And I have to be very careful with my time usage. I only have 2 minutes left, so I really should pick up the pace. I think walking the parasite right down the middle and offering some forks is probably a good idea, as long as I'm not losing one of the ninjas. Okay, they move a knight. I'm gonna move very quickly because again, I don't have a lot of time. It seems like we do get 5 seconds added back to our clock for every move, which is nice, but that does mean that if you want to stay even or ahead on time, you do have to move within 5 seconds or so. So pretty much just threatening this fork right now. I don't know how much that actually gains me, but I think it's a worthwhile attack. I don't know, the problem is they can always recapture the squid right away, but I don't really see another way into the position besides getting rid of one of the squid. Okay, this prince moves, well, back and around. It really didn't do all that much, and again, I'm kind of focused on just moving quickly. These squids are kind of trapped. They really have nowhere to move to, so I can always target them, which is nice. I don't know, it might be desperate, but it almost feels worthwhile to just give up one of the berserkers, allow the squid to take, so I can take back with my own berserker. It would increase its range to 2, and then I think I have real attacking chances, which at the moment, I simply think I don't. Not to mention, even if I have to give up a berserker and a parasite for 2 squids, point-wise, I know that doesn't make any sense, but I don't think they have real attacking chances besides using these squids sort of as a front and having the princes behind them. So the knight comes out. I think I'm just gonna send it. I'm gonna commit that attack. I know that what I'm doing point-wise doesn't make a lot of sense. If you can offer me the grace of writing it off as a sacrifice until I get completely destroyed, I would much appreciate that optimism. Again, I could sort of just wait around, but that's no fun. Let's go for the win. They're thinking about it. They're like, oh, should I take? I don't know. Should you take? I will say they've done a nice job with the knights of defending these squares. I don't know if you can see, but these knights all 1 square away. Okay, the prince advances, which targets the ninja. I will just move back again. Wow, I'm running super low on time as well. I genuinely need to play so much faster. It's just hard. It's very hard to come up with moves for such a tense position like this. Okay, the knight comes out to play as well. I only have a minute on the clock. Holy cow. Okay, I think I'm taking this and then I'm grabbing the prince. I think that's my idea because obviously they're going to take back, which makes perfect sense, right? They get rid of the squid and my parasite. Oh, and I can't take this because of the knight. Oh, that's a good find by the opponent. Very, very good find. What if I just sacrifice the ninja right now? Is that totally insane? Let's move forward with one of the berserkers while we decide if that is completely loony. Because again, this prince defends both of these squares and the knight back here defends this one at least. So it's very hard to find like a pressure point basically to target the opponent. Okay, the prince moves back. I think I'm gonna do the same with my ninja. I just don't think it's doing enough on the corner of the board basically to justify staying there. If they do use the prince to take my berserker, I will happily take back, and that way we at least clear the queen side of the board, and we have a berserker that moves twice, or rather has a range of 2 squares. Oh my god, I have 22 seconds. You have to be kidding me. That is not ideal. Okay, the mage and the horse swap. I'm going to just shuffle my ninja over. I'm basically playing on the 5-second delay that they offer, which is not great. Okay, the horse comes out to play. Oh, and I'm so low on time. This? I only have 20 seconds left. Yeah, I need to severely focus. Again, if they take, I'm just going to take back with my own berserker, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But basically, every move I make from here on out has to be under 5 seconds. There's really just no other choice. Because 20 seconds is not enough to make, you know, chess ultimate style moves. Wait, why does it say I only have 3 seconds left all of a sudden? Am I like lagged out or something? Why am I losing so much time? Hello? give me my time back? What is happening? And why is the opponent's time oh, am I disconnected? Oh, don't tell me I've disconnected. Because the opponent's time isn't moving and my time isn't moving either. Please tell me that's not the case. Oh, suddenly I have 40 seconds left. Okay, they moved the prince. I guess I can take their knight. Something went wrong. Well, can we make it go right? Why do I have 40 seconds suddenly? Oh yeah, he's in the Discord saying it totally bugged out and that I am frozen. No, 7 seconds. Why? Not like this. Oh. Are we getting another chance? Okay, apparently he wrote code in so that if it goes wrong, you do get a second chance. So I guess we're just replaying the game. The opponent is gracious enough to say, lol, I guess we go again. So I guess so indeed. So good luck again. We're going with the exact same strategy. They say you two, thank you very much. And shout out you if you're watching this video. I appreciate your patience. We've banned the queen and the opponent has banned the sniper again. I mean, we could just play the exact same game. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm gonna go all the way in the corner with the king and place a parasite as well as a berserker. I'm not gonna go too far away from my original sort of setup. Jesse says, at least the game restart mechanic works. That is very true. So I've gone with the exact same setup. First of all, because I think that's kind of fair, but also because I liked it and I'm going to modify it a tiny bit, which hopefully isn't too unfair. I'm going to modify it a tiny bit to actually use the squid. We do get a message again, just in the nick of time. I'm going to say for some reason, the check mark to move on doesn't always show up / work for me. So I have to let it time out. I have to let it ... time out for some reason. I just want them to know that I'm not just making them wait for no reason. I'm not trying to just waste their time. I genuinely, I don't know how to move on faster. They do respond. Oh, you got to go to settings and then go back. Oh, see, this is why I need that insider info. Okay, so they place the exact same things. I think I'm just going to do the same as well. Oh, I'm banning a piece now. Okay, I'll ban the rook and then it sends it back to them. And when I set it up again, I will try exactly what they said. Okay, so they banned the bomb. So it's pretty much the exact same thing. I'm going to put down my 2 ninjas, which are worth exactly 50 points. It's not letting me do the check mark, but I'm going to go to settings and then go back and then hit the check. They were totally right. You are totally right. Haha. Thank you. So shout out to you now for like the 3rd or 4th time. That was very helpful and will allow us to go through this game significantly faster. No problem, sweet. Okay, so we'll see what the opponent does. Like, I wouldn't blame them if they changed the setup a little bit, because to be totally honest, I kind of wanted to do the same in the sense that I wanted to put my own squid down, and I did leave, you'll notice, just enough space on the left-hand side to do exactly that. I don't know if that's too low of a blow, though. I'm gonna see. If they do the exact same setup, like to a T, I probably won't, just to be fair to them, considering this is a replay of the previous match. But if they do change something, then I'll take it as the go-ahead to put down a squid. Okay, no, they're placing down the exact same thing, so I'm not going to place anything differently. I'll put down the... Oh, I'm banning somebody. Who did I ban last time? Oh, I banned the ninja. That's what it was. So that they couldn't use a ninja, which they didn't even need to use, wasn't even part of their strategy as far as I could tell. So they'll ban a character as well. I think last time they banned the bishop. Right, that's exactly what they did, and I placed a berserker and then 5 checkers pieces. Again, if I were to do this again to the best of my ability, I would put down a squid, but since we are replaying a game that technically was already supposed to have happened, I don't think that's totally fair to my opponent, so I'm going to just go with a very, very similar setup. Maybe I'll spread these out over here, though. I think that's reasonable. Okay, we'll go with that for the time being. I feel like that's different, but not so different that it's unreasonable for effectively what's a replay of a match. So the opponent gets their last pick, and what they did in the last round was they dropped an angel, 2 squid, and what was the last thing? Oh, a penguin as well, right? Because they have 40 points left to work with. Again, their strategy seems to be a little bit more on the stingy side at the beginning, and then fully optimize on the final pick, which is really interesting. I can see how that would be handy when you're basically building your setup as you go, and also observing what the opponent does. Okay, yeah, and they go... Okay, so they go the slightly different setup. Again, totally fair considering I also did a slightly different setup. So instead of, wait, not quite. I mean, they did do a slightly different setup, but the angel is still there, although hidden by the squid. Okay, so if I've learned anything, it's that I need to be very aggressive from the get-go. I'm not going to get very far if I try to play slow and controlled. So let's start by developing these berserkers. If they can be connected, they can always recapture either each other or preferably other pieces. Here comes the prince, and we'll bring the parasite out to play as well. You will not catch me playing nearly as slowly as I did last time. I cannot allow time to become a leading factor. Oh, they play immediately as well. Okay, out goes the parasite. I'm basically going to lead with the parasite because it's the only piece that can't be threatened by the prince. So I'm just going to lead with the parasite basically as far as my opponent will let me. Right, they advance another squid. How far can I go with this parasite? I think if I go here, it just gets frozen by the penguin. So maybe I really can't get that far. Let's go here with the checkers piece. Again, I don't want to play passively. I said that very explicitly at the beginning of this game, but it's also kind of difficult to see exactly where my breakthrough opportunities might be if they even exist. Okay, they basically make a waiting move with the prince. I cannot blame them because this is a pretty difficult position to capitalize on. I mean, I'm not even sure where my attacking ideas might exist. I guess let's centralize the berserkers. And maybe what I should do is lead with the checkers pieces. Considering the squid can't really capture them without getting hit by a ninja, but the problem is the checkers pieces don't really threaten anything. Okay, the knight threatens the parasite, kind of, because then the parasite would just turn into a knight, which is, I think, fine for me. I think that's acceptable. I'm not 100% confident in it, but I think that's okay. Shout out. Peak viewership. We now have a total of 6 viewers watching our replay. That is quite funny. Okay, and the mage and the knight swap. Very amusing, but I think I'm getting baited into moving my parasite forward so it will get frozen by the penguin, which I really have no interest in whatsoever. So I'll continue to advance a little bit slowly, just one berserker at a time. They always support each other, so I'm not really scared of losing one or the other. Okay, the prince moves forward 1. I will do something similar with this ninja, and you can see I'm sort of moving them all in one giant mass. I think that's probably my best chance. Until I see something objectively better, I think moving them all as sort of one cloud of pieces is a good way to at least create the illusion of a threat into the opponent's position. Okay, the angel protects this prince, so you'd imagine it has ideas of leaning into the position, but I think the parasite can always take over. I'm not really sure what to do. I think I'm just going to buy some time and move some checkers pieces around. I mean, I don't even have to be afraid of opening files or anything because rooks, queens, even bombs just don't exist in this position. So I think slowly advancing with the checkers pieces, as silly as it looks, might actually be a viable plan, right? They advance their knight, we'll advance another checkers piece. I need to be given something to be afraid of before I start fighting, invisible demons, right? I think my position is fine. I don't see a way for the opponent to break into it, so I don't think these slow advances are completely silly. Okay, they make a waiting move with the prince, so I will effectively do the same thing. It's not really a waiting move with the checkers piece. Okay, I'm also watching my time though, because I'm down to 2 minutes and 38 seconds, and I don't think I've used that much time. I'm going to keep a very sharp eye on my time. Okay, the squid moves over. 2 minutes 38, that's fine. What's going on back here? If I take with the parasite anywhere, pretty much any piece can take me back, but I can't just leave the squid there, threatening all of my pieces. Okay, so my time seems to be running totally normally, right? Somebody takes back. Who exactly? The knight. Interesting. Oh, and it forks my berserkers. Can I take here? The prince would take back. I would take back this way. The penguin would advance. Oh, it's risky. It is risky, but I should probably just allow the knight to capture one. I take back with the berserker, and I think I'm justified in that position. So I'm just going to move one of these checkers pieces. It would pretty much just give extra range to one of my... Oh, unless they take this way, in which case a checkers piece capture is actually forced, and my berserker doesn't get an upgrade. Oh, and I think they see that idea as well. Yeah, that's the problem with these checkers pieces, is if you can capture with a checkers piece just like a normal checkers, you must. I'm so sorry. Look at our sad little berserker in the corner. That is so sad. Okay, the prince advances and takes back the checkers piece. I think we are in trouble because now the prince targets both of these pieces. Which one I'd like to keep protected? I don't really think it makes a huge difference because the prince always has the angel. Okay, I'm gonna move this berserker back. If they do take my ninja, I will have to take with the checkers piece, and I think that would only get rid of the angel, which means the prince could still take my berserker. I take back with my own ninja. I'm in very deep water, but maybe it's not over. Oh, the prince is still alive because it goes back to where the angel started. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's start using our checkers pieces. I mean, might as well. If not, I'm losing all of these other pieces. Or rather, let me rephrase. I only have 2 aggressive pieces to work with now, so I'd rather not send them into battle if I don't have to. I have 44 points of material versus 76. Look at our poor ninja and berserker that have been eliminated from the bracket. I mean, I might as well just start using my checkers pieces. Okay, they're now threatening the berserker. I mean, if they take it, is it really the end of the world? I take back with the ninja. The problem is that's 1 less prince that I have to deal with, but I have 1 ninja versus their entire army. And I feel like my odds there are not amazing. But I don't know, maybe they are kind of okay. I'm gonna just go for it. I cannot play so passively. Oh, they have checkmate with the prince. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Well played to the opponent. Very, very good find. Now, the problem with these tournaments is that they are one and done. So if you do lose a game, you are out from the running. Can I still send them a message? Oh, what was my opponent's name? Oh, no. What was it? Oh, I want to send them a GG's. Oh wait, maybe I still have them in messages? No, I don't. Oh boy. Well, I'd imagine hopefully you're watching this video, so good game to you. Thank you again for your patience for playing that second game, and congratulations on the victory. Oh, there you are. It was Little Drummer Boy 10, so shout out to you. GG's. When I go to edit this video, I will put up the winner of the tournament on this screen, so shout out to the winner of the tournament as well. Again, if you guys want to participate, they are once a week. Join the Discord for more details, as well as the starting time in your own time zone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.